Alright, here's a little setup you don't see every day. This is a rare Palomar HF50 radio, old tube radio, AM only. I don't think Palomar actually released this radio. It may be a prototype or just very rare, I don't know, but see if you can find anything on that. Palomar HF50 AM only tube radio. Got a little Silver Eagle mic I'm running on it, and then I was playing around with this Palomar 350Z. This one I modified to high drive only, so it's been converted. Still got the band switch in it, so it's still 10 through 40 meters, but the driver has been taken out and all that bypass, and it takes about a 100-watt drive to get this going, and that's from the Palomar manual too. If you got a Palomar 350Z or 300A manual, in the manual, if you put it on the low side, that bypasses the drivers to this amplifier, and on the low side it says you can drive it with up to 100-watt drive, because that's what the driver tubes do approximately when they're in circuit. But again, on the low side of this 350Z and also on the 300A, it bypasses the driver tube. So on the low side only, you can put 100 watts into it, and you're going to actually need to get output, a lot of output or decent output out of it. If you put 100 watts in and you got it on the high side into them driver tubes, you're going to kill the driver tubes very quickly, and could be in a dramatic fashion. So anyway, this one doesn't have it in it, and we'll show it over here. Pretty clean 350Z, and that's the 4 finals. Pretty simple fan. With the 350Z, the power supply transformer is internal, as you can see there. With the 300A, it's a 2-piece, and that transformer is external in another box, and it plugs into the RF deck. But this is a one-piece amplifier, and that's your tune cap, your band switch, and like I said, it's got the ham bands in it. For CB band, you only need about 4 turns. The rest of the bands on that switch there, the rest of the turns in that coil are for the ham bands. And then over here, that's your load cap, and over here, that's where the drivers were. In that hole there was where the drivers were, so took that whole board out, and over here was where the tuning, it had a tune cap and a coil, a tank coil for the drivers. That's all been bypassed and taken out. So we're not going to go underneath this one, not in this video. We just wanted to show it in action with the driver's tube bypass. So anyway, let's put everything on standby as far as the amplifiers and 20-watt scale and little old tube Palomar HF50 radio going into it. So got a key her down, and I think we're using this watt meter, so let's go to 20 on that one. And 2 watts. Audio going about 2.5. But since I got the Black Cat JB76B, or I guess this one's a JB200A, I don't know why they changed the name, driver in line. Audio. Oh, that's the radio on peak. Amplifier on. 200-watt scale on average. So it's dead keying about 40. Audio swinging to about 100 on average, and it'll probably be doing about 160 on peak. But my camera's getting low, so we're gonna put it on operate pretty quick. 2,000-watt scale on average. Audio. About 350. Hello. Audio. Whistling to about 4 1/4 on average. This does have a plate current meter there, and then that's the output meter. And last, we're going to put it on peak. Audio, about 550. Hello, hello, hello. Audio. Not bad for a little 4-tuber. Actually, Note 0 driving for using the Black Cat modified JB76 for a driver. This one has adjustable bias here, so I can, you know, play with the dead key using the bias here, and then it's got a tune and a load cap with knobs on it here. So I like this little driver here. I can do a little bit more with it. So alright, that's it for this one. And by the way, that's what a 350Z looks like fully dressed up there. That's in a more of an original one, but here we go. 350Z, no drivers, and it's also been downgraded. It more matches the circuit of a 300A than a 350Z. Alright, that's it for this one. Bye.